In this video, I'll be playing Far Cry 2 as a mercenary. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, Infamous difficulty, so I die pretty fast. I'll be doing assassination missions and some dirty work like clearing paths and getting safe houses. I'll try to approach each mission differently. As I earn more diamonds, I'll have more money to buy better gear. With better gear, I can hopefully take out targets in more interesting ways. There will be a lot of gameplay in this video. I'll explain my thought process and show you how I take the bounties out. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let's get into it. I cleared a guard post and accepted my first assassination mission. I got into position, but I had low heals and needed a save point. I waited for the right moment and then went into action. After killing the target, I secured my save. Now I just needed to get out of there. With so little health, sneaking out seemed like the best option. I could hear them searching for me as I crept away. I finally made it to the safe house, saved my progress, and had a good long rest. On my next mission, I had to get past some enemies. I fought them for a bit, then started a felt fire to create a distraction and ran past. I spotted a safe house nearby, which would be useful to have in this area. On the way, I stumbled onto a diamond case. It didn't give much, but every little bit helps. I heard enemies talking nearby. I threw a grenade and finished off the last one with my shotgun. I accepted my next assassination mission, which was far away. On the way, I narrowly avoided a car. Pretty sure that guy bought his driver's license. I had a little health scare because of my malaria, but luckily there was a safe house nearby. I moved closer, took out the enemies, and saved again. I really needed better weapons. This mission was far, so I decided to secure another safe house along the way. Running everywhere was exhausting. I needed a car. I reached a checkpoint and quickly cleared it. I definitely didn't die here. I also managed to score a car, but it didn't last long. I drove into a guard post and they wrecked my car. I had to jump out and swim away. I made it to a nearby safe house and found an LMG. The thing about guns you pick up in this game is that they can jam, so they're not always reliable. As soon as I left the safe house, a bullet flew past my head. From where? No idea. I secured another safe house. I was building a little network of them. This gun was great too. The target was getting close. I hopped into my car, but another vehicle stopped me and we had a little fight. I won and took their car. Mine was trashed once again. Not long after, another car ambushed me. I got down, but thankfully my buddy showed up and saved my life. Look at some of this chaos, and look how accurate my buddy's shotgun was. Sadly, I was killed by yet another vehicle. I dashed from the safe house and threw 2 grenades at the convoy, taking out the first vehicle. I then used my LMG to engage and tossed a Molotov cocktail in an attempt to control the area. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, as usual, and I was knocked down. Thankfully, my teammate came to my aid. I got up, completed the mission, and secured a save. Afterward, I returned to the safe house, got some rest, mostly just to get my health back, and helped my teammate finish the last enemies off. Unfortunately, a sniper caught me off guard. The snipers in this game are challenging. They're often deadly and hard to spot, as they constantly shift positions. They're tough, but I respect the challenge they present. Luckily, I was able to reload from the safe house. On my way to the next mission, I had a car patrol on my tail once again, and they're always tough to deal with. There's usually someone raining bullets onto you, making them a constant threat. It was time to get new weapons. The target was holed up in an area full of shacks. So I decided to buy a sniper rifle and set out. After some Skyrim jumping, I found a great vantage point and began picking off my target's guards. I managed to wound one enemy and used him as bait. He must have been extremely popular with the boys because all the enemies kept trying to rescue him, only to fall for my trap. Eventually, they figured out what was going on, so I had to take out the remaining threats and focus on the target. I had a few missed shots, but I eventually got him. This mission got me thinking, I might try a stealthy approach next time. A more silent sniper rifle could come in handy.
Listen very carefully. There's an available target opportunity. Proceed to the objective marked on your map. Dominate the target. Standard payment and rough guidance will be transferred to your account on completion.
Once I reached the target area, I realized it was in a ceasefire zone, which meant I had to rely on different tactics. I still managed to complete the mission and escape. I quickly got a new target. I found an interesting voice note about the game's weapons while I was exploring.
Where do you get the weapons?
It's a romantic notion that they all came out of the Soviet Union after the collapse. That was a windfall back in '89, maybe through '91, but that's all over. I move weapons, I profit from circulation. You get a ceasefire in Liberia, both sides disarm. You think they slag 2,000 tons of guns? No. They sell them to me. I resell them wherever the next war is starting.
Those same Soviet guns from 1989.
Oh, that's about half. The rest mostly come from old European armies. After they abandoned their colonies in the 60s and 70s, French guns, Dutch, Belgian.
So some of these guns are very old. They've been sold, bought, and sold repeatedly.
They're not biodegradable. Only the dead are biodegradable.
This mission was also in a ceasefire zone, so I opted for my silent pistol. The setting was peaceful at first, with a beautiful sunset. My target was deep within the zone, which made the extraction tricky, but my strategy worked. I killed the target, and if anything went wrong, my teammate would be there to help me out of the zone. And that's exactly what happened. I swam off into the sunset to escape. I picked up a new mission. Being a mercenary isn't just about assassinations, it often involves dirty work. Along the way, I also find diamonds and prioritize safe houses. For this mission, I decided to buy a dart gun, hoping for a more stealthy approach. I arrived at the target area and did some scouting. I had to be careful as a vehicle patrolled the area. I repositioned and waited for the right time. Eventually, I found the target. That was one of my smoothest, most efficient missions yet. One target, one perfect shot. That's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care.